If you've ever played PVZ before, you no doubtedly met this guy before. Unless, of course, you've only played PVZ 2 and refused to pay money because he's behind a paywall. The Chomper. Have you ever really thought about him? What type of plant he is? Or how he works? Probably not. But I do, because I have nothing better to do. Other than making clever use of mechanics, which I should probably be doing right now, but don't judge me. I bet I know what you're thinking already. Hey, the Chomper's a Venus flytrap, isn't it? It's got a mouth and it eats stuff. Case closed. Well, humor me for a bit while I go over some stuff. There's much more similarities than you may notice at a first glance. The first thing you may notice when thinking about the subject is the fact that they don't have much stomach room. None, in fact. Because they don't need it. Because they digest wholly in their mouth. Second, they got a mouth. I was making a list, so I kind of had to include it. So, there it is. 3, the fact that the drool and the goop he spits are 2 different colors is not an oversight. Did you know that the Venus flytrap secretes 2 separate fluids while eating? One is an antiseptic, and the other is for digestion. I'll go more into detail in the next point. Which leads me to my final fact. A Venus flytrap feeds by enclosing its prey in an airtight grip, secreting its fluids and digesting it from the inside, leaving only the exoskeleton to be blown away in the breeze. It can't leave its mouth open because it's very sensitive to bacteria and fungus. And if you look at the Chomper while it eats, you'll notice that it's eating with its mouth open. And the body's gone. No skeleton to be found. What if I told you the Chomper isn't a single plant? What if I told you the Chomper is a splice of 2 different plants to make the perfect chomping machine? Let's start with the drool I pointed out earlier. Notice it's always overflowing. When you chomp, there's a big splash every time, meaning that it's always full. Next up is the fact that the Chomper's normal variant is purple, but Venus flytraps depend on their green pigment for photosynthesis more than some other plants. Seems like an interesting choice of colors, right? There's also the fact that the Chomper has leaves. Venus flytraps don't have any ordinary leaves. Their leaves are actually the heads they use to eat. And finally, let me point out its bulbous shape. Nothing like a typical Venus flytrap. Fun fact, at one point the creators were planning to make the Chomper a Venus flytrap, but changed it. It is in the original concept art. I ain't making it up, I promise. But what if there was a plant that filled in all the blanks left by the Venus flytrap? Well, of course there is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this video. Behold, the Nepenthe mirabilis varglow pitcher plant. This one to be exact. From the color to the pattern and even the green lip. Pitcher plants have their fluid just sitting there smelling pretty for bugs to get attracted, slip in, drown, and completely dissolve, becoming the very fluid that killed them. So we got the colors, the pattern, the overall head shape, the cup that runneth over mouth, and the fact that they fully dissolve their prey. Have I convinced you? Have the full name of the particular pitcher plant and want to furiously type it in the comments? Do it! But don't forget to subscribe and check out Clever Use of Mechanics. It has nothing to do with PVZ, but I work really hard on it, so see you in the next one.